your hands together and give your love to Ismael Loutfi.
Hell yeah. You heard my name? It's a hard name. Difficult right there for reference. It's hard. Ismael Loutfi. It's a very difficult name. Everybody says it wrong. I'm saying it wrong right now, actually. Ismael Loutfi is the wrong way to say it. And that's okay. People want me to say it right. They're like, no, you gotta tap into your heritage. Speak from the mother tongue. Why would I do that? It's a hard name. There's an accent involved that I don't have. I hate these people who don't have an accent until they say their ethnic name. And then they like get into character to... You know what I'm talking about? Like AOC does that. She'd be like, and that's why I'm saying, as a woman named Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Like, all right. Okay, pump the brakes there, conquistador. You're not pillaging the Aztec Empire right now. You don't need to put down the gunpowder. I think anyone with a hard name has the same idea. We're all in agreement. If you have a difficult name, you don't have to get it right. You just have to be close, you know? You have to be in the ballpark. Like one time I was at a party and I met a girl and she was like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Ismael Loutfi." And she was like, "Francisco." And she said it with such authority and confidence that I was like, did I say Francisco? Like, am I Francisco? I was spelling it out like I.S. Where would the fur come from? All right, I don't want to leave you guys hanging. I know oftentimes people are like, could you actually say it right now? Just so we can hear it the right way. The right way to say my name, the Arab way to say it is Ismael Loutfi. That's it. It's not even that cool. It's not even that... People are always disappointed. They're like, oh, that's not really weird. That's just... Like, I know what... Like, you want me to be like, oh, the real way to say it is like... Jews! But that's not a name. That's just a feeling, you know? That's not a... Nah, hatred's bad. I don't hate anybody. Don't hate anybody, you know? It's all bad. Homophobia is very weird. I think that's the weirdest. It's a strange hate, you know? Like I knew this kid in high school named Skillet who he hated gay people. It was his whole personality. He said the F word all the time. He actually beat up a gay kid after school once. Terrible, right? But now, 12 years later, can anybody guess what Skillet is? A Florida congressman. Very good. You're right. He's a lawmaker for the GOP. Getting things done. USA. Nah, Skillet's gay. You're right. Everyone's right. Skillet's gay, right? Yeah, of course. Married to a man named Spatula. They're happy. It's beautiful. That's an interesting power that the gay community gets, you know? That the people who hate them the most sometimes secretly are them, right? Other minorities don't get that. That'd be a little bit funny, you know? I'm Muslim. That'd be... I love thinking about that. Some dude like, fuck Islam, kick him out of America, nuke the Middle East. And then at the end of the night, he's like, oh Allah, you are the greatest! Oh Allah, the merciful! That'd be so funny, you know? Like, come on, think about that. Fucking catching Tucker Carlson in like an airport bathroom stall, crying, eating falafel. That'd be so funny. Come on. Yeah. All right. Hello. How was your, we all had a 2020, I imagine we're bored of it, or how was it? You guys had a bad one? This is the worst crowd work I've ever done. Was it year 20, did it happen to you? I had an interesting one. I got married in 2020. Yeah. Hell yeah, wedlock. We got married a week before the lockdown, so pretty cool, you know? Me and my wife, we were so in love, you know? I was like, babe, I want to be with you forever and always. I want to be attached to you and never away from you. And then this laboratory in China was like, we can actually make that happen if you... We're running some cool experiments. Gonna test your love. I'm in a one-bedroom apartment in Brooklyn with a dog. It was for like a year. That was pretty rough, you know. We got in a bunch of dumb fights. We got into this one pretty heated debate about whether or not Sherlock Holmes actually did opium. You two had this fight yet? Classic couple fight. Dude, we were yelling at each other. I was like, babe, he didn't actually do opium. They just wrote that about him to make him seem edgier and grittier and cooler than he really was, like Batman or whatever. And my wife was like, no, of course he did opium. Everyone back then did opium. It was an epidemic. It was all over the streets of London. You just don't know your fucking history. You're a stupid person. You got bad grades. I was like, how the hell would he have been able to solve mysteries if he was strung out on opium? Use your fucking head, lady. So we looked it up. Turns out Sherlock Holmes, not a real person. It's not real. Didn't do the mysteries. Didn't do opium. I was technically right, but she moved here. My wife moved here to New York City not long ago. She moved here kind of right before we got married, which was fun. I got to like watch New York through fresh eyes. You know, it was cool because if you've been here long enough, you don't care. You don't care about any of the crazy shit. But having her there, it's like a baby, you know, seeing everything. Like we were like 2 weeks in, you know, to her being here, and we were on the train one night, and there was this dude on one of the cars, the car we were on, walking down the car, pointing at everybody and saying, "Suck my dick." It's a little bit funny. He was hitting everybody. He was like, "Suck my dick, suck my dick, suck my dick, suck my dick, maintain balance, suck my dick," you know. And then he got to my wife and he was like, "Suck my dick," and she was like, "No!" And I was like, "Babe, you don't have to. You know, it's not. This is New York. He's giving you the option. You can do anything here. You can go to Broadway. You can see Wicked. You can suck this dude's dick. Anything. Come on now." Southern Belle, she did. Whatever. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Chill. All right. We were, we were pretty young when we got married. I was 27. That's young for New York. Rest of the world, that's like pretty average or too old. This is actually my second marriage. I got married once before when I was 17. So I know. I get married every 10 years. I don't know why, but I'm like a cicada, you know. I come out once a decade, I find a mate, I sing a song. Pretty good cicada. I'm glad you laughed. I would practice that while I was walking my dog. So people in the neighborhood just see me like everyone's looking at me like, he is so inspiring. You know what I mean? People, like, wow, he's high functioning. Oh my God. Yeah. My wife, she wants to talk about my ex-wife a lot. She likes to talk about exes. It's a kind of a thing I think ladies like to do. Talk about exes. She does it because, I know why. It's because she wants to feel jealous. You know what I mean? She's had a boring day and she's like, I just want to be, So she brings it up, but she kind of like hides it in this little gift wrapping of like, no, it's because you learn from your exes. You learn lessons, and we need to explore our marriage. Like, what did you learn? And I'm like, no, you want to fight me? No, it's a lesson. She's not wrong, though. You do learn from your exes, And, excuse me, I'm going to be very heteronormative for this joke. Just want to... Somebody sighed, oh! But it's true. I feel like men and women learn very different lessons from our relationships, from our exes. I feel like... women learn very deep lessons. They take a lot away. they change their trajectory for, they base their next relationship off of the exes, the accumulated knowledge that they've gathered, right? And me, I don't know, guys, I feel like I think about what I've learned from my exes, it's like, fuck, like how to floss? I don't know, you know what I mean? I learned from my exes that after a shower, the shower curtain shouldn't be bunched up. It should be, because it'll get moldy. You know what I mean? The bathroom mirror, no toothpaste on that bad boy, you know what I mean? The toilet, sometimes there will be a brown ring in it. That's not rust, that's shit. You can clean that. Whoa, wow, that was the most divisive thing I've said. All right. You guys are like, why is this dude talking about the rust ring? The permanent rust ring in the toilet bowl. It's funny, and then you listen to a girl talk about her ex-boyfriends and talk about what they've learned, and it's always these deep stories about trauma, and I learned from Brad that I have unprocessed, issues with the way my dad treated me and my sister. He preferred my sister over me, and now I know when I'm looking for a guy, I just want a guy who doesn't find my sister hot, because it reaffirms me and my dad's relationship. And then you look at Brad or whatever, and he looks like Jared Fogle. Why is every ex-boyfriend the dumbest looking motherfucker? I have this theory, every ex-boyfriend looks like shit, okay? Hell yeah. It's a jealous motherfucker over here, yeah. And I'm humble, I get it, that's me. I know there are dudes out there right now dating my ex-girlfriends, looking at pictures of me on Instagram, really, this guy? Fareed Mercury, this is the dude who, this is the guy? Really? Are you kidding? All right. Now let's have some fun. How do you guys feel about the president, Joseph Robinette? All right. Resounding shrug. Okay. Yeah, Joey Roby. Some people love that guy. I don't get that at all. Some people are like, oh, he's the new FDR. He's our generation's FDR. It's all right, just because the guy is disabled, you know what I mean? It's not... Just because the guy is disabled and says Orientals and is... there's more to being Franklin Delano. He's always trying to, shoehorn Delaware into things. He'll do a press conference in Dover for no reason. He'll be like, we're in Dover talking about healthcare. It's bro, stop trying to make Delaware happen. What the fuck, man? Nobody cares about Delaware. It's been 300 years. It's born. Just because you're from Delaware, you don't have to talk about, I'm from Florida. That's the first time I've ever said that out loud. You know what I mean? You don't have to rep your shitty state. He's our first openly creepy president. That's kind of cool. I can feel you guys thinking, Trump? I can feel, what about Trump? Okay, let's do this, all right? Trump, yeah, okay. Creepy, I don't think that word does, it does a disservice to what Trump was, you know what I mean? Trump's sexuality is this layered, complex nightmare that we'll never recover from thinking about as a country. You know what I mean? Trump is creepy the same way a king from Greek mythology is creepy. Where his dream scenario was to turn his daughter into gold and fuck her in front of a painting of his dad. It's is that creepy, or is that an epic tragedy that you hear from a blind poet? I don't know if creepy is the right... That'd be like reading Oedipus Rex and being like, what a perv. There's more to it. There's more to the story, dude. It's a layered thing. Here's a good example of what I mean. I have no idea what Donald Trump searches on Pornhub. I couldn't begin to imagine. No fucking clue. Joe Biden, on the other hand. I think we could all take a pretty good guess and be right. I think every one of us has a good idea. My guesses are, he probably searched, it's either Big Jugs Jill, or Big Jugs Jill search, and he types the word search. He's an old guy. The other thing is I said openly creepy. Here's something to think about. Chew on this, right? Every unsavory, weird, messed up thing we know about Donald Trump is something that was revealed to us through another party, right? It's either like caught on a hot mic or was, a B-roll footage that got released from a reality show or something in a dossier, right? Biden does freaky shit on national television frequently. That motherfucker will smell a girl's hair while he's swearing her father in as a senator. Like, that's not a private gig, dude. What are you... We're like, bro, C-SPAN is here. We can watch this. And it's just like, L'Oreal Kids. Tear free. Right. Pulling back on the Biden stuff. All right, okay. If you want me to clarify, I'm to the left of Biden. I'm far to the left of him. Okay, I need to say that, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I just need to say that because I was in Texas recently and I was like, I don't like Biden. And everyone was like, yeah! It was like very different reasons. Don't be liking me too much. Dude, this is probably going to come out in like 6 months. I'm praying to God that Joseph Biden doesn't die. I'm so scared. I'm so scared he's going to die. And then I'm just going to look like the biggest asshole. Dude, he probably searches big jugs. Like, who the fuck are... Oh my God, people are gonna be like, who is this fucking psychopath mocking our fallen president and the beautiful first lady? All right, no energy? Good. No, I like it. It's more honest. That's pretty cool. Here's the thing about Biden being a creep. Every man is a creep. It's humanizing that he's weird, because every single man in the world is creepy to some degree, all right? That's what I believe. Are there any men here who don't think they're creepy? All right, good, okay, very good. Because that dude is a rapist. That guy's weird. Any guy who's like, not me, that's Bill Cosby. That's a bad guy. That's not a good man. Every man is creepy. I think the best you get is that the guy will begin being creepy, get 3% in, and then bail. That's the best dude. That's a good guy who starts the program and then goes, nah, that's bad. It's hard to notice sometimes as a dude. I don't even really know sometimes. Like the other day I was on the street and I was just staring at a woman's ass. Just openly looking at a butt, like taking it in, It's like... And then I looked over and I saw this homeless guy staring at the same girl's ass. And he had a bunch of bags with him and a big beard. And then he looked up and we made eye contact and he was like, blah, blah. And I was like, no, damn it, I shouldn't do this. Oh. And I looked back at him, he was like, blah. And I was like, blah. I gave him a little bit. What are you gonna do? I'm not a classist. I am a Muslim. There's something about me. I'm a Muslim guy. Are there any Muslims here? Oh, you too? Two right up front. Thank you. I needed support. Good. Yeah, people hate us a lot. I don't know if you know that. It sucks. Anytime there's a conflict, they always wheel out these hacks to talk about Muslims. They use the same bullshit buzzwords. They're always like, hey, I want to see a moderate Muslim denounce terror. Show me one of them moderate Muslims today, if there's so many. Show me a moderate one denounced terror. It's like, what a demeaning label to give a billion people, right? It's like you got your moderate Muslims, your mild Muslims, your sweet and sour Muslims, got your teriyaki Muslims, lemon pepper. And also, we do denounce terror all the time, but nobody puts a camera on that. Nobody wants to see people be moderate. That's boring. You want to see people jump up and down and be crazy. It's the whole point of the fucking news system is to sensationalize everything and make it look worse than it is. It makes me so fucking mad. I just want to blow some shit up, I just want to, murder. I just want to kill. Anyone else have that instinct circulating in their blood? Anybody got that? Yeah. What's up? We're very judgmental of each other. That's something you might not know about Muslims. We judge each other a lot more than other people, Like Like one time I got off stage and I was after a show, and this brown guy made a beeline for me from the audience, and he got to me and he was like, "Hey, you said you're Muslim too?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "But you don't pray 5 times a day." And I was like, "Jesus Christ, all right, that's He was basically like, "Oh, you're Muslim? Name 4 of their albums." Like he did that thing. Other religions don't do that. I don't think Catholics are walking up to each other like, "You're Catholic too? Bet you wouldn't fuck my son." You know, they're not doing the same. All right. Some groans, that's good, good. I'm Arab too. Arab? Yeah. What's up? Oh, all right. A larger Arab component. Interesting. Hell yeah. I think we're really cute. Yeah, I think it's sad that people don't know. I think we're very adorable. Like, if I had to rank the races on cuteness, and I will, hold your horses. If I had to rank the races on Arab's top 10, dude. Easy. We're adorable, man. What?
Big fact.
Big fact. Cool, yeah. You're disproving the point I'm making. I don't You're terrifying. Here's something about Arabs. Every Arab man hits a certain age and becomes a poet. Every Arab guy hits like 37, 38, becomes like a Shakespearean soliloquist, speaking in verse and rhyme. And, like, have you ever talked to your Uber driver before? Like had an actual kind of like, "Mahmoud, how's your day?" He'll be like, "Oh, the wind beneath my feet is the moon upon a spoon. Oh, the wife," like everything rhymes. It's so cute. Like when I was a kid, I used to envy white kids because a white kid's dad could just tell him to do something. You know what I mean? Like if your dad wanted you to go get milk from the store, he could just say that, "Son, go get milk," and you'd go, "Yes, father." And then you'd go colonize Kenya or something. Always getting up to trouble. If my dad ever wanted me to go to the store to get milk, it'd be a whole production. He'd be like, "Ismail, please go to the store and buy for our home the nourishing white water. Buy for our domicile the cream from the Momo machine." I'd be like, "Well, now I'm hard. Like, what do you want from me? I have a fucking massive erection now. You want me to go to Publix with a boner talking about..." I don't know how that got the biggest reaction. All right. Hell yeah. Cool. Are you Southerner?
Florida, unfortunately.
Oh shit. I'm from Florida. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Pub sub.
What? Pub sub? This can't be on the thing that we're doing. You can't. Pub subs are pretty good. I'll go on record and say they're pretty good. Dude, being a Floridian, it's sad because we're Southern as hell, right? Southerners don't respect us. You might not know this, but there's a lot of bigotry in the South. The dumbest bigotry in the South is the anti-Florida bias. There's a huge degree of discrimination against Floridians, where they're just like, "Nah, you ain't Southern." They don't count us. They're like, "Nah, you ain't in the South." What? We're below everything. We're under it. Nah, that ain't. Why? And if you press them, they'll just be like, "Too many Cubans." Like, that's the whole reason. Hit your Cuban quota. You don't count as Southern anymore. Meanwhile, Louisiana is full of half French, half shrimp abominations that live in a bog and don't speak a human language, and everyone's like, "Yup, that's Southern." Why? Why don't we count? We got biscuits. We got collard greens. And we got racism. I don't know. What do you want? We got a deep sadness. Just a horrifying level of melancholy. Sad, dude. Florida's a sad place. Saddest place I've ever been in my hometown of Ocala, Florida. Yeah, it's bad. It's sad, and I've been to Syria, so I can compare. I know sad places. Here's a story from one time when I was back home. I was in Ocala. I was at this diner, right? And I had this cute little southern waitress, and she brought me my food, and then she left. And then she came back a minute later, and she was like, "We have some extra hash browns. If you want some more hash browns on the house, you can just take them. You can just have them." So I was like, all right. Yeah. And then she left, and she came back a minute later. She was like, "We have some extra toast. If you want some more toast, you can just have it. You can just take it just on the house." So I said, "Double toast, double hash browns. What, is this a double restaurant?" Guys, she died. She thought it was so funny. She was like, double restaurant! Woo! Like, have you ever made somebody laugh and it broke your heart? Like, it was so sad. I was like, oh, fuck, Maggie, get out of this. It wasn't even a Denny's, it was a Danny's. It was like a sad knockoff we have. I'm not exaggerating. She was like repeating the line to herself. She was like walking around wiping down the table, double restaurant. Like, she came up to me at one point. She was like, "Are you a comedian?" And I was like, "Yeah, but that shouldn't have been the tell. Like that, you shouldn't have known from that, Maggie." And I just know she went to the kitchen and recounted the whole story. She told a bunch of line cooks, like, "Hey, remember when we had the extra hash browns? Well, I gave them to a young Mexican man. Then, remember when we had the extra toast? Well, it wasn't extra toast. It was toast for the table of Chinese people. They didn't want it. I don't think Chinese people like toast. They don't have it over there. Anyway, so I gave it to young Julio again, and he said, get this, he said, double, by the way, you know she'd fuck it up. You just know she wouldn't actually get it. He said, double toast, double restaurant. What? Is this a double hash browns? Maggie! And then she would cry and drive to her trailer and die of COVID. That's it. I didn't write a good ending for that joke. I'm sorry. That's probably not good. Nah, COVID will be over by the time this comes out. I talk about being Muslim a lot, and it's my thing. It's true. It's a part of who I am. My family, very devout, religious Muslim people, and devout Muslims are very sensitive. This is something. They're very gentle, soft-spoken people. If you're a really practicing Muslim, you know what I mean. Like they've never seen me do stand-up. They've never come to a show. They would never come here. This is too much sensory. This is evil. There's a bar. You're all hot. This is just that. This isn't a real light? Oh my God, it's like, you know what I mean? No, this definitely. But they like that I do stand up because it gives them a window into the devil's world, you know what I mean? It gives them, I'm like a reporter on the front lines of the battle with Satan. They think every show is like an orgy with, you know, like Madonna or whatever, right? Their pop culture ended in like 1981, anyway. And every time I go home, they always like want to ask me, like, what's the worst thing that ever happened to you? Like, what's the worst? So one time I told them the worst set I've ever had in comedy, okay? This was pre-COVID, it was like 2019. It was at this really crappy bar in the West Village. And there were 8 people in the crowd, right? 2 tables of 4. 1 table of gay black people. The other table, drunk white women. These are very different types of people. And very different types of audience member, I can tell you as a comedian. Different energies. Like the gay black table, they're very into the comedy. Like it's a little bit condescending, they're heckling, they're kind of being annoying, but it's positive. They're being like, good! They're saying shit that I can't get mad at, you know? I can't be like, shut up, I have to be like, thank you, okay. All right, appreciate it. Drunk white ladies are livid. They're so mad at me as soon as I get on stage for no reason. They're just looking at me like, oh, like, there's something about alcohol and being a white lady and seeing me on stage that makes you so mad. I don't know. There's probably like 2 in here right now looking at me like, you're not Rami, like so mad that I'm not Rami Youssef. And I'm sorry, all right? I can't help that. Anyway, I'm on stage for 30 seconds, and it's just bombing, the worst feeling I've ever had in my life. And so I make a quip, you know? I make a quip. I go, hey, this room is a lot like the Democratic Party, you know? Because this one table is like the new Democratic Party because you're gay and black and loud. And this table is like the old Democratic Party because you're drunk and white and nobody likes you. Which is, in the moment, pretty funny. It's smart, too. The gay black table loved it. They're like, ha 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 ha. Drunk white ladies did not like that. They were not happy. So much so that one of them, a little blonde chick, she spoke up and she goes, I'm not white, I'm Colombian American. And I was like, that's the whitest thing you could say. That's such a white reaction. And of course, gay black table laughs. They're like, haha, fuck her, yeah. So the lady, what she does is she stands up and she goes, you're the saddest man I've ever seen in my entire life, and I'm Colombian American. And I was like, all right, weird that you could tell that I'm sad, but but if you go outside and a cop sees you, you look like a white lady, ergo you're a white lady. I think that's kind of how it works, right? Gay black table cannot handle that I said that. And I know because they said, we can't handle that you said that. They told me. They were like, we can't handle that. We don't like her. Thank you. So this is completely true. What the lady does is she walks over to me with a drink in her hand. And she throws the entire drink directly into my face. It was like vodka or something. Boom, burns me, hits me right in the eyes. And then she punched me twice in the head. Just two, like, and the first one didn't hurt. The second one, it hurt. It was actually pretty strong. And then she ran out of the bar, which is honestly a pretty Colombian thing to do. It's actually a very Colombian way to handle your emotions. And she got away with it. That's pretty American. That's actually a very, I don't know if you know, but attacking an Arab and getting away with it is historically the most American thing. That's such an American, right? She might have been Colombian American. I was being a dick, actually. But anyway, that made me scared to go back on stage for like weeks. You know, you don't want to get attacked. You know, that's bad. You can bomb, that's fine, but getting assaulted is not fun. It's terrifying. And I told my Muslim family the whole story. I told them everything, how it made me feel, all the details. And my cousin Yusuf was just like, you tasted alcohol? What did it taste like? That's the one thing he cared about. Hey guys, I'm Ismael. Thank you so much.